This is straight talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight talk. STSU. This is straight talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight talk. STSU. This is straight talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight talk. STSU. This is straight talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight talk. STSU. This is straight talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight talk. STSU. This is straight talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight talk. STSU. This is straight talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight talk. STSU. This is straight talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight talk. STSU.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yo, what's going down? 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 Straight talk leads to straight understanding. Sean Bolden, Sean B. However you know me. Yes, this is what we're doing right now. This is how it is. This is where we at. Welcome, Facebook. Welcome, YouTube. Welcome, Instagram. I need y'all to like. I need y'all to comment. I need y'all to share. I need y'all to like. I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to comment. I need y'all to share. I need y'all to like, subscribe, comment, share, like, subscribe, comment, share. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. So today we are going to have a topic of something that I was thinking about. I was having a conversation with one of my people, and we're going to talk about it, y'all. We're going to talk about it. So, again, my name is Sean Bolden, Sean B. However you know me, Shiz. You know, whatever you know me as, this is who I am. We are sponsored by H2O. CBD infused water. CBD infused water. Go get it. It's in the store near you. If it's not in that store, ask the store for it. You can get it. You can go to our website, order it through Amazon. You could go and find it at a store. Again, you can do it all. But welcome. All right, so today's topic, y'all. Doing work versus doing a job. Doing work versus doing a job. We're going to get right into it. It's not going to be a long one. I'm going to make this a short one like I did last week. If y'all didn't see the show last week, please go tune in. Go to subscribe on my YouTube channel. It's at Sean Bolden. Definitely like here. Definitely comment here. Thank you for joining me. All right, so here we go. Doing a job versus doing the work. I was speaking to one of my partners the other day. He brought to my attention something that we used to do when we were working at the record labels. I worked at several record labels. In case you don't know, worked at Interscope, A&M, EMI, TVT, quite a few record labels, Entra. And I also did work for other labels. I've been management. I've been road management. I've been label rep. I've done pretty much all jobs. I used to say it like this: if rap or if, hip hop was a basketball team, I played every position, including the coach. All right. So I'm speaking as a coach today, and I'm going to be speaking doing the work versus doing the job. Now, both take a skill. Both of them take a skill. To do the work, it takes a skill. To do the job, it takes a skill. But let me differentiate. I was talking to my man, Mike Spy, and we was talking, and he said to me, yo, Sean, you just used to always work. You used to outwork folks. And I realized at that moment that he's probably right. I worked. I didn't always do the job. Now, let me explain. Doing the job. A lot of times doing a job entails playing the politics, uh, uh, keeping the job. So you're doing what it does. You're doing what's necessary to keep a job. You're not really doing the work. The people doing the work are usually the ones who are keeping your job for you. But when you're doing the job, you're usually doing all of the things to keep a job. What that entails at times, uh, you know, getting to know people, clicking up, being friendly, politics. Some people will call it kissing up, but here's the word that really covers it pretty well. You have a mentality of CYA. In case any of y'all don't know what that means, CYA, cover your ass. Now, again, to each his own. That was just never me. I was never a politic. I didn't click up with nobody. You didn't see me. I did the work. I was always doing the work. So when you see me, you will see me working. You will see me working the room. You will see me working the crowd. You will see me. I did the work. Even on stage, I do the work. I sit there and I'll be the hype, and then I'll dance. I did the work. I didn't worry about who liked me. That's part of doing a job, making sure you're likable. I didn't worry about if I messed up, getting fired, because that's part of doing the job. I wasn't concerned. It was like I worked so hard that if you fired me, in my mind, it was your loss. Because I wasn't there to do the job. I wasn't there to look good and play the part. And, in our position, they had different A&Rs and marketing people and promotions people who like to do the job. They would sit there with the paperwork and go to the Jimmy Iovine's and people who were running labels and be like, "Hey, how are you?" Yeah, and they try and be chummy chum and friends with those people. And they had a people under them who did the work. They had people who did the grind, who would actually go and do all of the things that were orchestrated. Well, I was a combination of two. I had conversation. I would be talking with the people who ran the company because that's how I started. So I never really had the fear of these people. I never felt intimidated by these people because I started out as an artist. So I started out talking with the head of the labels. So speaking to the head of the labels was nothing foreign to me. Sometimes maybe I spoke to where I didn't do the job because I remember times where people would ask me and I was just always straightforward. So they would ask me, well, how you like a record? And people doing the job. Here's the response. How you like a record? Man, that's dope, yo. Yo, it's going to be hype. We're going to get this together. We're going to do all we could do. Yeah. I think it's a great record. Yeah. Or they don't like it. But, well, it might be kind of challenging. Do we have any other things to choose from? Do we have any other thing to pick? Those are people who do the job. Me personally, I'd be like, it's trash, but we'll make it happen. So I never concerned myself about people liking a record, for example. I never was doing the job to make my inner circle think that they like it. A lot of artists will come up and be like, "Yo, how you like my stuff?" My answer was always, because I did the work, it don't matter whether I like it or not. My job is not to like your record. My job is to make sure I find an audience who likes your record. So it might not be my personal thing, and you don't need to ask me if I like it or not. What you need to do is just understand that I'm going to get it to places where people will enjoy it, because that's my job. I'm going to make sure that whether they like it or not, they're going to hear it. When I speak with a radio promotions person or a DJ, I am sitting there speaking with them in regards to listening. I was talking the other day, and the comment was how important DJs are. And I used to tell DJs all the time, you lost your ability to be powerful. You lost it when you stopped breaking records, when you started doing the job. You got a job at a radio station, you got a job at a record label, A&R, whatever the case may be, and you started doing the work. The work was when you would find records and you would put a record on, and people would come up to you while they're in a club and ask you, what was that record you was just playing? And you would have pride in being able to tell them, yo, that's the new so and so. This is what it is, because you work to find a place to put it in your set to make it feel good. You introduced it. You say, yeah, this is the new stuff. This is the new stuff. Y'all better be on point. But however you did it, you worked that record. You wasn't doing a job. But unfortunately, a lot of DJs got jobs, which again, I don't knock those who do the job. I just understand it. I understand the politics. See, CYA, I understand cover your ass. I just don't, prescribe to it. I get it. I understand it. I don't prescribe to it. Just like those who prescribe to it don't always prescribe to working. They don't mind. They don't always want to put in that work. They want to just get that check. And you can tell a person who puts in work because they keep that job. They keep that job. They're still working at labels right now. I have peers that are still working at labels right now. They were doing a job. And I commend them and respect them for it. They're still good friends of mine, and we still have rapport. And if I ever needed anything, they are open arms so that they can support my efforts where possible. But I understand it's only possible if it fits within the job. Just the politics of it all, and it's fine. But here's why I don't prescribe to covering your ass. Because cover your ass in any corporation lends to division. Because when you're saying cover your ass, you're basically saying, I don't care about what they say. I just care about whatever it is I do or whatever it is we do, which I get the concept, but it causes division because guess what? They start doing the same thing. They start covering because basically when you CYA, you throw people under the bus. So when you're working, you don't need to throw anybody under the bus because a worker will put himself under the bus because he's not concerned. You look at basketball teams, there's those who are superstars, usually are workers. Those who are megastars usually are workers that know how to do the job. Now, I was a worker who knew how to do the job. I just didn't like doing the job personally. This is my personal opinion because I don't like the shallowness. I don't like telling people what they want to hear just because they want to hear it. But there are people who do that. I like having a partner who can do that because it gives balance at that point. I was very successful prior to working at labels, but I became super successful when I had certain partners. For example, me and my brother Kevin Black, spoke to him yesterday. He's doing well for all those who know him looking. We were opposite. He knew how to do the job and do the work. I knew how to do the job and do the work, but he leaned more towards doing the job. I leaned more towards doing the work. So, for example, he'll do the job and get everybody excited. He'll, what I call, open the door. So they get in there, the artist or the manager or the one of the management within the label, and they'll come to us and he'll be like, yeah. Y'all know what I'm saying about. He'll get everybody hyped. Ooh, wait. Dance around. He'll do all that, right? And they'll be excited and geared up and ready to go. He'll get them roared and ready to go. He'll lay out saying, yo, we're going to make him the biggest thing in the world, blah, 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 blah. And then they'll get to me and I'll be like, all right, all that stuff he said, this is how we going to do it. But yo, he said that. Yeah, I get it. We going to get there. But here's how we going to do it. Let's calm down. Let's get out the clouds of doing this job and all of the lollipops and the fantasies. Let's get to reality. So how I am now when I speak on Straight Talk, I was Straight Talk then. And it worked because what it was is they felt excited. And when they needed that boost of energy, they would go to Black. And when they needed that realness, they would come to me. And it was opposite times, but people would be mad at me because I was real, told them, yo, It ain't all that. And they'd be mad at me. How you gonna tell me he don't like my, and Black will cover it up. Ah, it's dope. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get it together. Sean's just gonna, he's the executor. You don't need him like the record. Blah, 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 blah. So he'll get them right back into it. He was doing his job. And vice versa. There was times where he'd be like, da, 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 da. And people come to me, yo, is he bull? Is this guy full of it? He just telling me what I'm, and I'll be like, yo, that's just, his personality. He's a promoter. He's one of the best promoters. He is the best promoter in the game. And I'm a promoter. He's one of the best promoters in the game. Just go with it. But we're going to execute exactly what he's saying. Don't worry about it. So we give them a sense of confidence because both of those, doing the work versus doing the job, worked well together. Problem, ding, ding, ding. Problem is that sometimes those who are doing the job forget about those who are doing the work and want to take credit for doing the work when all they're doing is the job. That's where it becomes a little touchy, y'all. That's where it becomes a little problematic because they are doing the job. So everybody see them, they're kind of like the face, but they're not giving credit. I.e., give an example, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan knew how to do both, but he was doing the job. He was getting the job done. Scottie Pippen was putting in work. Dennis Rodman was putting in work. They complement each other. But Jordan understood the value of those workers. So when he started thinking of it as a team and started highlighting those workers and they had a lot of championships. And then when, he retired, that's when they started having a little beef, possibly, because now he wasn't given the credit in The Last Dance to what Pippen did, because he was a little salty about some of Pippen's actions. And so then it started separating and dividing. And I'm like this, divide and conquer is the historic success of most people who are able to have prominence. But it's because they're dividing and conquering and only being selfish for themselves and only doing the work and not recognizing, doing a job and not recognizing the workers, or the workers doing all the work and then get mad at those who are doing a job. Got to work together. We got to do it together. There got to be somebody who does the job while we also have somebody doing the work. So that's the difference between doing the work and doing the job. So if you didn't get to it, rewind it, subscribe, check it out. I touched on it, doing the work, covering doing the work versus doing the job. Doing the job is more like the politics of it all. In the industry, we got a lot of people who do the job and they keep the job. That's how you can identify them. They'll keep the job. You wonder how somebody can be such have a long career because they're doing the job. They understood the assignment of doing the job. So I commend them. And then you have some other people who you see them always working. You see them putting in the work, but they can't ever keep the job because a lot of times a person who does the job, again, forgets about the person who's doing the work. And when it comes to the fact of they start questioning, well, they are going to cover their CYA, cover their ass, and basically throw that work under the man. Well, we don't need them. I'll get it together, and they will throw you under the bus. I've seen it happen in so many different corporations, so many different fields. Definitely in the music industry, I've seen it happen time and time again, where somebody doing a job basically kept a job because they just threw the workers up under the things and took all of the credit for getting things done, like they did it without a team, and they kept their job. But some of them actually difficulty having the same type of success, and so they had to jump job to job, but they still kept their job. You know why? Because they knew how to do the job. They knew the assignment. The assignment was keep my job by all means necessary. Now, workers, because they know how to work, they can work in any environment. And so they can lose their job. They don't always get to the pinnacles of success, but they know how to work, and people appreciate work who know how to do the job, because they don't want to do the work sometimes. So they know and appreciate those who do the work. All right. I hope that was enlightening. I hope that was helpful. I didn't want to get on relationships this week because I'm tired of relationships. But next week, I am getting back to relationships. And you know what next week we're going to talk about? I'm going to ask you ladies, of course, How is it a man can be chauvinistic yet chivalrous? Chauvinistic yet chivalrous. Tell me how that can happen, because I often see women complaining about men who stand on their 10 about their position. They call it alphas and what have you. And sometimes women try to take it, oh, he's controlling, he's chauvinistic, he's misogynistic. Sometimes that's the truth. But ladies, if this man is being chivalrous and he respects women with chivalry and he respects women, but he's just not putting up with it, explain that. Ladies, you got some explaining to do next week. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Chauvinistic and chivalrous. How can do they coexist? Can they coexist? If they don't coexist, which one is correct and which one? What does it look like being a chauvinistic person? What does it look like being a chivalry person? And how? Why can't the person be chivalry yet stand his ground? I'll talk about what I think next week. But ladies, in the meantime, think about it because I'm gonna ask y'all some questions next week, and I'm gonna ask y'all how is it the case? You want to be chivalrous, but yet you don't want him to tell you anything. How is that the case? Anyway, so we'll get back into that next week. This is Sean Bold and Sean B. This is Straight Talk, These Straight Understanding. Today's topic was doing work versus doing a job. Yo, both are important. Do the work, workers. Do the job. Those who like doing the job, playing politics and all that. But here's what I need y'all to do. Don't go into the mentality of covering your own ass because it divides. It divides, and then you can be conquered. Your whole department can be conquered. Your job can be taken away because you're dividing it. Stand strong for your workers, those who doing the work, those who doing the job. Support those who are doing the job, those who are doing the work. Do it together so that y'all can be powerful enough to go anywhere and have success. Because if you got a hard worker and you got somebody who don't mind doing the job, as I said in Kevin Black and myself case, you have a lot more success. Each of us individually was successful without one another. But collectively, we had the most success probably with one another because we understood and respected. I respected him at doing the job. He respected me at doing the work. We also both did both. I knew how to do the job like he knew how to do the work. He just preferably enjoyed doing the job. I preferably enjoyed doing the work. I always linked on him. I know he gonna go get money. He's going to link. It's gonna be about that money. He's doing. That's the job there. Getting the money, making sure that everything is supported. I say, yo, Black, go get that money. Then once he get the money, I execute the job. I do the work so that and orchestrate the work with our people so that we can get it done. And the success behind that, whether it was a hot record or a corny record, whether it was a great product or a horrible product, we had success because we understood that concept. We supported one another in those worlds. I did work, he did the job, and he never went against me. I got Adam Favors, Worker, you know, Mike Worker, all my people who I train to work. I exercise to work. All the people who we came up together were workers. Then you have the other folks who, linked and was more with Black. Those were people who did the job. So again, I have nothing but respect for those who did the job, even though I was one who did the work. But what happens is stay consistent. Don't start backstabbing and backbiting and throwing people under the bus, which is a tendency, unfortunately. And that's why I never like doing it with those who are doing the job. It's just reality. That's just the real. So again, the work versus doing the job, they come together. You'll have super success. That individually they can have a lot of success, but when they come together and they stand firm with each other, they will have super success because they will be able to create and do anything. And ladies and gentlemen who are in the business of the music or in the business of corporations, do that, you'll have success. I've been in several corporations, music industry and otherwise, and that's what that doing a job cover you, it divides a whole department. It'll be this department versus that department, and y'all all work in the same company. Y'all should never be that. That's like, again, Scottie Pippen working against Michael Jordan, or Dennis Rodman working against Michael Jordan. Y'all got to learn to work together, and then y'all have the success. But when y'all working separately, that's why they failed that season, because you remember Pippen wanted to fall out. That's why Jordan was mad at him, because he wanted more money. Work together, y'all. Work together. All right, with that being said, I'm out. Sean Bolden, Sean B. This is Straight Talk, Lisa Straight Understanding. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I see you next week. Again, subscribe on YouTube, Sean Bolden. On Instagram, like and share, Sean Bolden as well. On IG, like and share, Sean Bolden as well. All right, with that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace, 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 peace. I will see you soon, all right? Have a great one. See you next week.
This is Straight Talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight Talk. STSU. This is Straight Talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight Talk. STSU. This is Straight Talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight Talk. STSU. This is Straight Talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight Talk. STSU. This is Straight Talk.